Ciao Tutti. This is our last day in Cleta for the year after staying here 14 months through the COVID crisis, and apart from it being a terrible pandemic, it's been a pretty good year here for us. It's an absolutely gorgeous day which to leave. Can you hear all the happy birdies singing in the background? Spring is really in full spring. Here are all the pretty yellow flowers coming out. So anyway, I just thought I'd do one more tour of the terraces to let everybody see the status, well really just for me to catalogue what's been done. So that little sort of diagonal rock wall that you see there, that's actually the finally finished community path up from the valley floor. It goes along those handrails there, that wall there. That's what I've been basically working on for the last couple of years to finish, and this year we finally finished it. So let's go have a look at the terraces then. So this is our apricot tree, just getting leaves now. Lots of little, a few little blossoms. Didn't get a lot of blossoms this year, although I guess you can see that's the leftover blossoms there. That'll turn into apricots. He still needs rope supports to stop him sliding down the hill when it rains a lot. But we built some extra walls below him to level him up, so hopefully those ropes will come off at some stage. All those little flowers, bees buzzing. And we got a lemon tree was planted this year, a mandarin, some thyme, which is in flower. Let's go look at the thyme flowers. Yeah, that's just wild thyme that we borrowed from the top of the hill. And a kumquat tree. And that's where Marty, the martyra, pine martin, has his dinner, a compost bin. So yes, it's not us that's just throwing the rubbish around everywhere. That's Marty digs underneath there and throws it all about. And here's our heavily pruned olive trees. They don't look as fluffy as they normally do because there's a lot less leaves on them. But see, the key thing about pruning an olive tree is that you can get inside of them, like if I go inside this one, and all you see is daylight. See, look, I'm inside the tree, the centre's all been cleaned out. And so that will give him space for new growth and air to pollinate stuff. Oh, here's the rosemary. Look at the rosemary flowers. Absolutely beautiful. There we go. Oop, lizard scampering away there. Oops. Leaking water from the water tank. What have we got? Oh, the stinging nettles are coming up. Yeah, wonderful. So we keep meaning to make stinging nettle pasta or soup, but we never get around to it. And okay, this is the last time I'll mention it. The new community path, or the old community path there, which was under ground, which we dug up and revealed the paving. And this from here upwards is the bit that I've rebuilt myself. Not quite as good as the original pavement down below, but a rough approximation. You just see the wonderful pavement here. I mean, I rant on about it, but all these stones, the tops are round from hundreds of years of hoof prints and footprints rounding them off, and the bottoms are all sharp because that's what the rocks are around here. And I won't go through the veggie patch because there's nothing much there. We've sort of abandoned it, seeing we're heading. There's a bit of spinach and parsley and stuff, which I'm sure the wild animals will enjoy when I'm gone. But I'll show you the clearing we've done on the lower terraces. So here's the twins. These two olive trunks there. We call them Arnie and what's the short one called? Oh, I've forgotten their names. You know the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. Arnie and Danny, there you go. See, big one, little one. Rude in that joke. Poor pizza oven all packed up. Covers on the marble table. Lots of wood stocked up for the future. Let's see. The solar battery is going to keep charging for us. What we got? 13.8 volts. That'd be cool. So we'll have lights when we come back. Okay. At this point of a tour, oops, distraction, more rosemary flowers. Can I get into a good bee buzzing away? I normally say, oh, this is the end of our land here. Oh no, so this is, our land extends 50 metres this way through the wilderness. But for once, I've actually cleaned it. So I can show you the new area that we've cleaned off. This is going along just below the community Sentiero street. And so we cleaned this. This was just thick with scrub, like you can see how it goes on there. And so these many trunks are actually olive trees rescued out of that. I should cut more of them off. I've cut about 10 little trunks off, but eventually I'll give them a year to regrow, and then I'll pick which trunks live and which ones go into the pizza oven. And you can see that's the sort of desolation it came out of, just weed trees and rubbish. And we've done the same thing down below here. You can see this is again another terrace we've cleared, olive trees and all the undergrowth all piled up there ready to burn. It's been a bit too dry this spring, so I haven't actually got around to burning it. Again, way too many trunks on these olive trees. See, all the growth is up there. Growth should be down at this level, so I'll let them get going again, and then I'll pick one trunk. I probably should be cruel and pick one trunk now, but whatever. They look so pathetic and scraggly that it's very hard to slice them off. So when we come back, I guess this big rock collapse here, wall collapse, is the next big project. Don't know if we'll get it perfect, but at least stop it sliding down the hill. And we probably have to do the one below as well, although that's not our land anymore. Apparently you're responsible for the wall below you, so have to fix that one up, probably this one up. There's a big olive tree. He was just stretching out way out into the void over here, and we've cut his big trunk off just so he doesn't pull the wall down, and hopefully that will become the main trunk there. Again, needs to be lower, but we'll give him a while. There's the wall we fixed about a week or two ago, looking good. And so this terrace here was also a bit of half overgrown, so we've completed clearing it off. You can see that another tree rescued from the undergrowth, and it's cut it way back, so it's hardly got any leaves or branches, but it'll come back strong now. It's got sunlight and air around it. And these are a couple of new olives we planted. Jaskers. So there we go. And telegraph pole and rubbish. These are all the old trunks of olive trees that we've cut to let them regrow, and slowly using that wood in the pizza oven. That tree there actually was in that little niche in the wall top there, and it collapsed and it fell down on the terrace below. So we dragged him back up here and planted him here and gave him a big prune, and he should come back. They're very robust things. There's our neighbour's chicken shed, which we used to not be able to see because it was so thick with undergrowth here. And you can see the valley floor and the road down there now. That's Robbie's house, the tree there. Oh well, better do a shot of the mountains while we're here, turning around. Beautiful blue sky day. Oh. And we'll just complete a lap. So, I mean, I don't expect many people to watch these videos. They're more for me to keep a record of how the terraces have changed year after year. I know some of you do watch all the way through to the end. Bonus points if you get here. Okay, so this is Adue, our second apricot, albicocco, which we have planted about a year ago. He's got leaves on him. We've snipped off all the buds so he does more leaf and branch growing rather than fruit growing. This is the remains of a massive big boulder, and there that Simone and I took a sledgehammer and broke up into 1,000 little pieces, which we used to repair the wall, sort of a lighter brown wall about 10 metres past the stairs. More wood stacked up ready for the pizza oven. Yep, up the stairs. Oh, I should. Okay. You hear the happy birdies? Alright, this little wilderness here was all underneath the blackberries. You can see them up there. I basically hacked it back to try and keep these trees in the clear. There's one tree there, two over there, and this olive here. But you can see all the walls have all collapsed. It's a bit of a disaster. This is condominium land here. My plan is I'll eventually try and clear all the trees so that they can grow, but I don't know if I'll be able to put the olives back together, the walls back together. Oh look, there's still a few olives that we failed to harvest in December. Or was it January we did it? There's one. There's another one. Oops. Oh wow, 3 olives. My God, we could have had a much bigger harvest. Alright, they're back to composting the ground. I think that's more or less the end of the tour, guys. So we're on our way back to Australia, heading off to Milan tonight, and then a night in Singapore, and then 2 weeks of wonderful quarantine, and we're back. Be great to catch up with everybody, take the boat out for a spin, but we will miss this place. It is pretty stunning. There are worse places to be stuck for a year. Okay guys, ciao.